So what we're going to do now is put together a bunch of these isolated ideas that we've kind of been working on, and we'll put them together and moving towards finding the exact value of a trig function. So for example, in number 5, finding the sine of 7 pi over 4. Yes, we can put that into our calculator, but it gives us a decimal answer, and what I would like is an exact value. So the steps for doing this is we draw it, we find a reference angle, we figure out what the sine's going to be, that all students take classes acronym. Then we use our special right triangles, either a 45, 45, 90 or a 30, 60, 90 triangle and SOHCAHTOA to figure out the value. So it's lots of these little things that we've already discussed. So first thing we're going to do with this is we're going to graph it. Put it in the coordinate plane. That's going to be over in the 4th quadrant here, like this. And we need to find the reference angle that goes with it. Okay, this angle. So to find that reference angle, all the way around the circle, of course, is 2 pi. And we want to subtract the 7 pi over 4. We're going to need common denominators. So our reference angle is pi over 4. Now, if you'd like, we can think of that as degrees as well. It's a 45-degree angle, okay? All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to draw our 45, 45, 90 triangle, just right here. So our sides are 1, 1, root 2. And remember, this is right 1 and down 1, so that is going to be a negative, okay? And now all we need to do is we are supposed to be taking the sine of this. So we're going to take a look at that triangle. The sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So it's going to be -1 over root 2. And when you rationalize that, you get negative root 2 over 2. Also, just to keep in mind, remember that all students take classes. Only cosine is positive in the 4th quadrant. And since we're in the 4th quadrant, our answer should be negative, which it is. Okay, so let's try another one. This time we want to do the cosine of -120. Again, you can plug this into your calculator and see what it says. I want to show you how to do it with the exact value and not using a calculator. So the first thing we're going to do is graph this. It's a negative angle. So we're going this way, but not all the way over to 180. So just right there. Now we need to find the reference angle. The reference angle is right here. So if we came all the way over there, that would be 180, but we need to subtract the 120. So our reference angle is 60. So now using that 60-degree angle, we're going to draw a triangle. This is a 30, 60, 90 triangle. Across from the 30 is 1. Hypotenuse is 2. Across from the 60 is root 3. Those are the sides of a 30, 60, 90 triangle. Remember the signs. You went left and down, so those should both be negative. And we want to find the cosine. So the cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, so -1 over 2. Also, just as a reminder, all students take classes. Only tangent is positive in that quadrant, so the cosine should be negative. Now, that's a nice, neat one. When you put that one into your calculator, it's going to tell you -0.5, which is fantastic. All right, let's try one more of these. We have 11 pi over 6. That is almost 2 pi, so that's going to be clear over here in the 4th quadrant like that. So we want to find the reference angle for this. That reference angle is going to be this little guy. So all the way around the circle is 2 pi. So we're going to subtract the 11 pi over 6, get our common denominators that we need. So it looks like our reference angle is pi over 6. And if you'd like to think about pi over 6 in terms of degrees, that's fine. That's a 30-degree angle. So now we are going to draw our triangle, our special right triangle. It's a 30, 60, 90. Across from the 30 is 1. The hypotenuse is 2. The side is root 3. Remember, you have gone right and down, so that's going to be negative. and we want to find the tangent. So tangent is opposite over adjacent. So that's going to be -1 over root 3. And when we rationalize that, we get negative root 3 over 3. So the tangent of 11 pi over 6 is negative root 3 over 3. You can do this in your calculator. Make sure you're in radian mode. Do tangent 11 pi over 6. It's going to give you a decimal. And then put negative root 3 over 3 in your calculator, and you'll see it's the same decimal. Okay, so it's kind of a way you can check. Also, remember that all students take classes. Only cosine is positive in the fourth quadrant, so tangent should be negative, which it is.